Many thanks for joining in on the news update reaching you on the Anglican Cable Network Nigeria, ACNN. My name is Chukwuemeka Anyokwa. Here are some of the stories we are bringing to you at this hour. We begin from Abuja, where the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Winifred Oyoita, has maintained her position that she had no hand in the reinstatement of the embattled former chairman of the Presidential Pension Task Force team, Abdul Rashid Maina. She made this known on Thursday during a resumed public hearing on the case by the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee investigating Maina's disappearance, return and reinstatement. According to Oyoita, the Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Abubakar Malami, never wrote directly to her office, as he only communicated with the Office of the Federal Civil Service Commission concerning the reinstatement. According to her, an officer who is being reinstated or employed afresh into any ministry ought to report to the Office of the Head of Service before he is given a posting to whichever MDA, but that was not the case with Maina. Meanwhile, Mr. Malami, to whom most fingers are pointing as being at the center of all the controversy, has also insisted that he had no hand in the reinstatement process. While he was being quizzed over the fact that he never questioned the letters which were sent to him, indicating his receipt and signing of previous letters, he defended that he took his time to respond in order to take the most appropriate decision. According to him, it did not appear as a matter of urgency at the time, and he had indicated keep in view on the letters in order to allow him review them properly and thereafter take necessary action. Also present to explain their roles in the case were the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Interior, Abubakar Magaji, and the Controller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service, Mohammed Babandede. Others include the Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, the Acting Chairman of the EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, the Director General of the DSS, Lawal Daura, and the Acting Chairman of the Federal Civil Service Commission, Oluremi Akonde. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has frozen 7 separate accounts which, according to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, were used by the Nigerian Governors Forum to launder the sum of 10 billion naira said to be derived from the proceeds of the Paris Club refund. Justice Gabriel Kolawole has directed that the freezing order would last for 45 days, within which the EFCC must either reinstitute charges in respect of the transactions against the relevant suspects or apply to the court for an extension of the order. The judge also gave 7 days to the account owners, if interested in seeking the setting aside of the freezing order, to file an application which must be served on the EFCC. EFCC's lawyer, Mr. Ben Ikani, had moved the ex parte application seeking the freezing of the accounts on November 27, following which Justice Kolawole adjourned till Wednesday for ruling. Still in Abuja, the Federal High Court sitting in Maitama has fixed December 8 and 9 for further hearing in a case of 600 billion naira fraud involving a former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Usman Jibrin. Jibrin is facing trial alongside retired Rear Admirals Bala Mshelia and Shehu Amadu and Harbour Bay International Limited on a 4-count charge of criminal conspiracy preferred against them by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. In a statement issued by the EFCC Head of Media and Publicity, Wilson Uwujaren, the naval chief, while in office, allegedly bought a house worth 600 million naira from the account of Naval Engineering Services without budgetary provision. The offence contravenes Section 26, subsection 1, paragraph B, and is punishable under Section 22, subsection 4 of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act of 2000. At the hearing of the case, Jibrin's counsel told the judge that the EFCC did not serve him with the summary of the statement of the subpoenaed witness, a representative from the Budget Office, who is to testify as the 4th prosecution witness. The Federal High Court in Lagos has fixed December 4, 2017 for the rearrangement of a former governor of Enugu State, Chimaroke Nnamani, who was charged with an alleged fraud of 5.3 billion naira. The case, which was fixed for Thursday before Justice Chuka Obiozo, could not proceed due to the absence of both the prosecutor, Kelvin Uzozie, and Nnamani himself, who was said to be out of the country. Justice Obiozo consequently fixed December 4 for the rearrangement of the ex-governor and his co-defendant. The judge rejected the plea by the defense lawyer for longer adjournment to enable the firm adequate time to contact Nnamani. Justice Obiozor said, having just been assigned with the case, which has lasted for 10 years, he could not be seen to be allowing further delay in the case. Justice Obiozor is the fourth judge to handle the case, which began in 2007. Another batch of 150 Nigerians comprising males and females on Thursday night returned to Nigeria from the crisis-ridden Libya after they had undergone severe torture in the North African country. Most of the returnees had planned to use Libya as a channel to cross to Europe through the Mediterranean Sea, but were caught in the web of crisis and could not go further with their plans. The returnees arrived at the shores of Nigeria at about 10 p.m. on Thursday night through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport aboard a Libyan chartered flight. The returnees comprised 13 female adults and 1 teenage girl, while the male adults were 133 with 2 teenage boys and a toddler. Their return was facilitated by the federal government and the International Organization for Migration and funded by the European Union project. Nigerian government had on Wednesday repatriated 242 migrants from Libya. The National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons and other government agencies were on ground to receive them and ensure that they were profiled and registered. The migrants were given a stipend for transportation and taken to a hotel to spend the night before heading to their homes. It would be recalled that as at the second quarter of this year, no fewer than 4,281 Nigerians had been repatriated through various countries in Europe, US, and even some African countries through Lagos Airport alone. The Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, has challenged graduating students to explore and take advantage of the present challenges confronting the country to become job creators in the economy. Emefiele gave this charge while delivering the 47th convocation lecture of the University of Nigeria and Nsukka in Enugu State, entitled A Mindset for Succeeding in Today's Nigeria. He noted that the rising unemployment rate remains one of the greatest challenges facing the country, warning that failure to galvanize the youth could boomerang against the Nigerian society. While stressing the need for young Nigerian graduates to change their mindset on the labor market, Emefiele insisted that in spite of the many complaints about the country, Nigeria remains a land of limitless opportunities. The CBN governor charged the graduating students to strive to be job creators and entrepreneurs rather than being mere job seekers. He therefore encouraged the graduating students and other Nigerian youth with not more than 5 years post-service experience to take advantage of the CBN Youth Entrepreneurship Development Program, which the bank runs in collaboration with the commercial banks and the National Youth Service Corps. The news continues in a moment. Join us again. Welcome back. For more on our top stories, please visit our website at acnntv.com or youtube.com/ACNNTV. To be up to date with our news and other programs, download the ACNN app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. And to the foreign scene, Zimbabwe's new president Emmerson Mnangagwa has named his cabinet, appointing senior military figures to high-profile positions. Mnangagwa has made Sibusiso Moyo, the general who appeared on state TV after the recent military takeover, the new foreign minister. The head of Zimbabwe's Air Force, Perence Shiri, was named the Minister of Agriculture and Land Affairs. It is not the radical break with the past that some had hoped for, as some of Mugabe's old allies have been removed, but other controversial and long-serving ministers are back in their key jobs. Opposition politicians have condemned the new cabinet as a betrayal of the public's hopes and proof that the security forces, so powerful under Mugabe, remain in charge of the country. While the new president has chosen to keep many of Mugabe's former cabinet ministers in office, Mnangagwa has also awarded positions to military leaders who have previously supported him. Aside from Moyo and Shiri, leaders of the powerful War Veterans Association who pushed for Mugabe to go after the military intervention also got cabinet jobs. The first Persian woman bishop was on Thursday consecrated by the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, at the Canterbury Cathedral. Bishop Gule Francis Dekani, the daughter of the former Bishop of Iran, Hassan Dekani Tafti, will serve as the first suffragan bishop of Loughborough in the Church of England's Diocese of Leicester. Her family was forced into exile after a failed assassination attempt on her father, who was also the first president bishop of the province of Jerusalem and the Middle East. Bishop Gule will play a full role in the work of the church across Leicestershire, working alongside the Bishop of Leicester, Martin Snow. She will also have a specific brief to oversee and support the vocations of those called to ordained ministry, encouraging Christians from black and minority ethnic backgrounds as the diocese strives for modern society to be better reflected on its congregations. The Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, has criticized the U.S. President Donald Trump for retweeting anti-Muslim videos posted by a British far-right extremist group, describing it as disturbing. The U.S. President Donald Trump had shared 3 tweets, which originally were posted by Jada Franson, the deputy leader of Britain First, a minority political party with virtually no support in Britain. In response to those tweets, Archbishop Welby said that Britain First seeks to divide communities and intimidate minorities, especially Muslims. He opined that this minority political party does not share the Christian values of tolerance and solidarity. He also calls on President Trump to not just remove those tweets, but to make clear his opposition to racism and hatred in all forms. And that's a wrap on the news. Thanks for watching. I am Chukwuemeka Anyekwa. Bye now.